Hi, I'm Dr. McKelley. I'm a licensed psychologist and professor of psychology at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. I'm honored to be joining the 2020 Adolescent Health Symposium, both for a keynote address and follow-up breakout session on the topics of mindfulness and self-compassion. I probably don't need to tell you all about the links between poor mental health in adolescence, and that can include anything from struggling in school, depression, anxiety, other mood disorders, and then links with outcomes later in life, such as substance use and abuse, poor physical health, poor relational health. Right now, the estimates are about 10 to 20% of adolescents globally struggle with those things. You know this is the work that you do. Fortunately, you've already been doing this work, and there's things that have been in development over the last couple of decades that are finding and showing promise for this population, not just for the adolescents themselves, but for those staff that are working with them. Two that we will cover are mindfulness. And mindfulness is something that's become a household word, but there are still a lot of myths and misconceptions about what it is. So we'll take some time to look at the combination of ancient wisdom, modern neuroscience, and psychology research to try to understand what some of those practices of mindfulness are that benefit both adolescents and you all, the staff that are working with them. What we're going to do a little differently this year, as I've done some programming in the past with mindfulness, we're going to add in this component of self-compassion, which is increasingly showing additional benefits above and beyond just the practice of mindfulness. Again, not a surprise to those of you that work with adolescents, but it's a time during rapid physical, cognitive growth, social pressures. Nowadays, we have to add on the impact of being in a hyper-connected world, all these influences in media and social media. Adolescents struggle with balancing those things and some of the hyper-arousal that exhibit. Add on that to this time period where they're also struggling with kind of hyper-critical views and self-criticism of themselves. I've got a 13-year-old daughter. I see her navigating this stuff every day. The benefit to self-compassion, both for adolescents and for us, our staff that work with them, is it helps address that self-critic that we all have. And combining that with mindfulness practices is showing even improved benefits in well-being, resilience in the face of stress, and long-term health outcomes. So I hope you'll join me in February in Madison, Wisconsin for the 2020 Adolescent Health Symposium. Thank you.